Today, I am talking about a world-famous comedian. He was a street child then, but today he is a world-famous comedian. That's Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Spencer Chaplin, who earned a name among the world film audience as the king of comedy in the world of silent films, can be known as a comedian and impersonator who was born to make others laugh. That is how he became famous in the world. But today I am preparing to bring you some wonderful facts related to his life character who passed away from the world. If you know more wonderful details about Charlie Chaplin, please write it down in a comment. On April 18, 1889, Chaplin was born as the second child of a very poor family in London, England. Little Chaplin, his older brother Sidney, and his mother Hannah were abandoned by his father, who became an alcoholic at a young age. The small amount earned by Hannah, who occasionally earns money by singing songs in a small theater, is not enough for them to live on. Little Charlie has to spend his time on the highway and in different types of orphanages when he is unable to pay even the house rent. Once he works as a small doorman guarding the theater with his mother. Another time, when his mother gave up singing and joined a work site, Chaplin, who was at the work site orphanage, had to train to become a laborer. Charlie's mother, Hannah, has suffered from a lifelong allergy to the larynx. Once, when she was singing in the theater, her voice suddenly stopped. In order to avoid the rotten tomato attacks of the angry audience, the 5-year-old little Chaplin got on the stage and imitated the misfortune that happened to his mother. This was just something that occurred to him at the time and was not premeditated. But this funny performance of the little child is getting a warm response from the audience. His acting journey begins like this and stops after becoming an Oscar-winning millionaire actor. The essence of his film The Great Dictator, which was screened during World War II, was to create a second front in Europe to aid socialist Russia. At the same time, many politicians and the media started smear campaigns against him by making it clear that holding left-wing views at that time was a reason for criticism. The film Monsieur Verdus, 1947, which was able to create another social upheaval, looked at contemporary society from an innovative point of view, so American government officials worked to impose censorship against that film as well. During World War II, when the Allies were in dire straits, Chaplin boldly made a speech as a Russian representative in front of the American political authorities, endorsing the need for America to intervene. The gist of his speech was that America should intervene in the name of humanity against Nazism. At this moment, when there is anti-Russia in America, the politicians and the media used it to criticize him mercilessly. In 1952, Chaplin left America and went to live in Switzerland. As a comedian, Chaplin, who is very popular through comedy films based on social tragedies such as The Kid, 1921, A Women of Paris, 1923, The Gold Rush, 1925, and He Circus, created to think beyond the audience, such as City Lights and Modern Times. Even today, movies can be called creations that engage in conversation at the world level. He married 4 times before he died. At another time he was self-proclaimed as the 8th wonder of the world. His first girlfriend was 14-year-old Mildred Harris. Chaplin, who promised her the opportunity to become a film actress, married Mildred in 1918, who later became pregnant, at her mother's insistence. After the marriage, a disabled child was born and the marriage ended with the death of the child. He then falls in love with a 12-year-old girl named Lita Gray. 2 years later, she prepares a 42-page charge sheet and files a divorce case against him. Chaplin married 20-year-old Paulette Goddard in 1934 and then sent her to New York. Chaplin, who had 3 marriages, married Una O'Neill in 1943 when she was 17 years old. Chaplin was 70 years old when she gave birth to her last child. Chaplin's divorce cases were even famous at the time. He was known by the lawyers at that time as the fine dog who chases women. He is also being sued for moral turpitude by the US government. Scholars also criticized Chaplin as an adulterer. Chaplin once said that, "No art can be learned all at once, and love like that is an art that must be learned step by step." Today, I was talking about some details of the life of Chaplin, who was criticized as the king of silent comedy films, which are unknown to the general reader. We think that Charlie Chaplin's name will remain immortal in the future for his service to the film industry. However, Chaplin's personal life took the whole world to an ocean of laughter after suffering a little. Don't forget to subscribe to us and click the bell icon to watch such interesting information daily. Thank you.